Johnny again. Right, I've got the task of doing a review of that great album right there. Yeah, that's X marks the spot. That's the second single, but yeah, that's the album cover, Osukaru, and the album House of Mirrors. Very 80s Miami Vice looking, pretty cool. Right, this album I've listened to probably about 5 times today, over and over again, and just loving it while I've been doing my bits and pieces I need to do. And it is on my first listen, songs just jumped out at me. I've listened to it since Monday, Tuesday time, when I got sent this by Oz of the band Osukaru, and sent me a t-shirt, cool t-shirt, 2 t-shirts actually, and yeah, this is one great album, and I'm going to run through the songs and tell you what I've rated them. I don't go into great detail, that's just not me. I'm not very good with the old explaining things in great detail, but I will try my best. And yes, this album is it's a melodic rock, AOR, 80s hard rock, soft rock style album, different to the last album, which was called The Labyrinth. And I know Oz and the other guys, Frederick and that, they like the 80s stuff. So oh, there's one of my things there. It's just it's the one I wanted. There we go. Yeah, so House of Mirrors, very I'd say there's elements of stuff like Asia, stuff Def Leppard, there's Unruly Child, Dokken style, lots of bands from the 80s that are in the AOR genre. Just absolutely, I love that stuff as well. And Foreigner's another one that I spotted in there as well. So I will, without wasting any more time, just get down to letting you know what I think of the songs and stuff like that, what ones I've liked. And Oz had just messaged me before I started doing this video, and said, "Oh, have you enjoyed the stuff I sent you?" And I said, "Yeah, definitely." This is my favourite Osukaru album at the moment, and yeah, if you're after a copy of this, on Amazon UK, for me, I have to wait till November the... is it on here? Yeah. I have to wait till November the 2nd, 2018 to for it to be released. So it's on pre-order at the moment. But I don't know what it's like elsewhere, what dates it comes out. And then I'm having a pause. Yeah, and it's about £13.18 from what I can see. I don't know if it's going to go up or down before then. So get onto Amazon and pre-order, or wherever you buy your stuff from. And well, I'm going to let you know what I think of this. Oh yeah, what I was saying to Oz, I said, look, I am your friend, but don't expect me to be saying this is awesome, that song's awesome, that song's awesome, that song's awesome. and so on. I will try and give, otherwise I'd be just saying, look, just every out song is 10 out of 10, right, go and buy it. That's not me. So here we go, and this is my opinion. So if you like my opinion, I'm sure you do, because otherwise people wouldn't watch me. So here we go. The very first song is an instrumental intro called Past the Present, and it's very synth, Miami Vice style, Jan Hammer style, 80s synth intro, and then it goes into You've Been Waiting, which was one of my first favourite songs on this album. And yeah, brilliant song. I would again, where have I got it here? I've given it a 7.5 for You've Been Waiting. Brilliant rock song. That's all I'm going to say for that one. It is brilliant. I really enjoyed that. And then you go on to the third track, which is Ritual, which is very Dokken-esque, hard rock. Absolutely love that song as well. I've given that an 8.75. But yeah, very much. I did see someone else reviewed it and said it was a bit like a Dokken song, and I listened to it and I was like, yeah, it really does. Which isn't a bad thing. So, and yeah, so if you're into Dokken, check out that song, Ritual. And then we go on to a song called Ain't Too Late for Love. And first of all, I thought, yeah, with that title, it's going to be a ballad, soft rock, and it's not. I've given it a 7.25. It's a great song, and it is a rocker. And yeah, it's, I was shocked it wasn't a ballad, but yeah, there is a ballad on this album. And yeah, the guitar, I gotta say, all the way through the album, the singer is Frederick Werner. He does nearly all the solos in this on this album. Oz does the rhythm guitars, and they both play rhythm solo in the second single, which was X Marks the Spot. There was a female vocalist who sings on one of the songs, which is called Inception, and there was another guitarist that plays on here, and he's in the band called Air Raid, and that's I'll just check his name again. It is in here actually. Oz did mention it. Well, let me know by message just to double check. Oh, it is Magnus Mild from the band Air Raid. He does the guitar solo on All Guns Blazing, and I tell you what, that guitar solo is blazing. It's very cool. But yeah, Frederick in this band, what an amazing singer as well. Absolutely amazing. And I've listened to the other Osukaru albums, and he kicks butt on those, but kicks major butt on this album, for sure. And obviously this is no Judas Priest, so don't expect no Rob Halford out vocals, but my God, there's harder edge vocals in here than some of the sort of AOR albums that most people think, so and the same with the guitar, and even the drums in it are just awesome, complete different to the other albums. So yeah, so we're on to X Marks the Spot, which I gave a 6.5. It's got a bit of a rock groove to it, a bit similar to something like a bit Leppardish, Def Leppard, and a few other bands similar to that as well. That's actually the weaker song for me. That one, X marks the spot. Not the weakest though. There was one that reminds me a bit like Van Halen style, and I'm not really the biggest Van Halen fan in the world, let's put it that way. Don't mind some Sammy Hagar now and then, but yes, we'll get to that one soon. Then we go on to Until Forever Ends, which as soon as it came on, I went, ooh, hang on a minute, that sounds very much like Foreigner. And I was like, wow, a very good song, a great song at that, really. I've given it a 7. Probably deserves a 7.25. But yeah, Until Forever Ends reminds me of a song off of the Foreigner album, the last one with Lou Gramm. And the song on there is called Until the End of Time. So I've got a bit of similarities there with those two songs. So Oz, if you've never heard that Foreigner song, go and check it out as well, and see what let me know what you think. And then the next song is just absolutely, I've just put it up on YouTube. It's called All Guns Blazing. It's a great rocker. As soon as it started, I went, oh, hang on a minute. There was another one that went, Unruly Child. The song by Unruly Child, off of the debut, On the Rise. That was the song. As soon as that came on, I went, oh, that sounds like on the Rise at the start. I was like, wow, that's very cool. It was either that or was it Women? No, definitely On the Rise. It's either that or Lay Down Your Arms. Might have been a better Lay Down Your Arms. But yeah, very cool. I love Unruly Child anyway. And then you get to the middle of the song and you're like, there's a very slow middle bit to it, section, like most of the bands did in the 80s, the hard rock bands and stuff like that, Dokken and Bon Jovi and Great White and people like that. And they would always put a slow section in the middle, quiet section, and then all of a sudden the guitars would come in there, it would like kick you right, hit you so hard. It was like, oh my god, where did that come from? And the guitar solo kicks some butt, major butt. I've given that a 9. That's one of my favourite songs on this album. And then you go to the first single, which was called MacGyver It. And the first time I heard, first time Oz sent me a message saying there was a song on there called MacGyver It, I went, oh my god, how is he, what's this gonna sound like? I was like thinking, oh my god, what's this, how's he gonna pull this off with a title called MacGyver It? And you know what, the Jammy Sod has done just that, and he's got a real rocker here in MacGyver It. The solo in it kicks some butt as well. I'm just like, I gave it a 7.5. Probably deserves a 7.75. Does that exist? No, a 7.85 or something like that. Maybe an 8. But yeah, I don't. The song is about. I know that this song's about. It's to do with the TV show MacGyver, and it's, it says in the thing, it's to make something that's small, make something big out of it, and a bit like the A-Team used to do when they used to get locked into a shed or a warehouse with nothing in it other than a wrench and maybe a nut and bolt, and they come up with a tank. It was, so yeah, That's the other thing that I always think of when someone says MacGyver. Not a TV show I ever watched. Sorry. So I gave that 7.5, and then I thought, nah, it's much higher than that, really. When you hear the solo in it, it's amazing. Then we get to the weaker of the tracks, Red Heat. I've seen some reviews saying it's a bit like Leppard, Def Leppard. I listened to it and I thought, hang on a minute, this is more like something Van Halen, Sammy Hagar style. I wasn't bowled over by it so much. I gave it a 6. But then Oz, when he watches this, Oz, if you look back at my Van Halen rating videos, nearly all the songs that I did, I listened to of all of the Van Halen stuff, there was very rarely anything got over a 6 anyway. So I'd say Red Heat was much better than most Van Halen, well, nearly all the Van Halen songs I've heard. So, you know, you've done very well there, man. So this album is better than any Van Halen album I've ever heard. So you should be proud of it, mate. And then we go on to a song called Inception, which has got the Anna Savage doing, she does the second vocal on there. Great guitar work, very Def Leppard-ish, and I'd say more the 90s Leppard, I think, a bit of 80s as well. I'm just trying to think what 80s Leppard it would have been like, but there's definitely some Leppardish in there, like the vocals at the start, maybe some of the newer stuff as well, of the Leppard. But yeah, I give it a 7 because that's a great song as well. Probably deserves a 7.25, around that sort of mark. And then you get the last track, which is, I think, one of the longest songs on the album. This whole album is quite short. There's only I think there's a couple of songs are in the 5-minute, and then one in nearly 6, if I'm correct on that. Or I'd have to check the it on iTunes or something just to check the length. But most of the songs are 3-minute songs, 3 to 4. So before I knew it, I was playing the album again, and but it does really sort of, it's got some real oomph in this album for sure. Guitar, drums, vocally, and just, you know, I'm not a fan of bass, so I don't really follow the bass side of it and everything. But yeah, Felicity Drive, the last track, is a great rocker, and I've given it an 8.25. And again, Frederick, awesome in this. The guitars are awesome in it. It's what you expect of a decent, awesome, great AOR album, 80s style. The whole album on a whole is just, I'm going to give that an 8.75 out of 10 album. 8.75 to 9 for sure for an AOR hard rock album. And I want all my friends in the VC, and anybody else that's watching that don't watch me in the vinyl community, because that's what I normally show is vinyl and CD, to go on YouTube and check it out, and then do yourself a favour and buy it on CD, because it would be better quality. But yeah, I'm going to give this 8.75 to 9 out of 10. And, you know, melodic, hard rock, soft rock, AOR album that is just, I I was like, when I was asked to review this, I was thinking, oh my god, am I gonna like it when it comes out? Because Oz had sent me demos of this, of some of the songs on here, and that was before they were, I think, mixed, and I liked what I heard, but listening to this now, and I'm like, wow, awesome. And obviously it's horrible to have to try and review someone's album that you know, where you speak to and you're friends with them and stuff, and I would never ever just go out and go, yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 album all day long, or 11 the impossible 11 out of 10 album. I would never do that. This is my honest opinion, and I'm giving that an 8.75 to 9 out of 10. And the songs I've done separate, I've given them what I think is a fair rating, and not just because I know the guy. So yeah, this is one awesome album, and I don't like giving that term out, awesome, a lot. In fact, I really don't like saying awesome all the time, but this is highly recommended to people who like that sort of music. I never play albums 5 times in a row, so listen to what I've put on YouTube, and do yourself a favour and go out and buy this album as well, because this band, they are a hard-working band, and it would be nice, to see these guys keep going, because they've got some great albums. I'll show you the other albums they've got. Right, the first one, which I won't show you because it hasn't got Frederick on it, and really the albums to get are the ones with the current singer, and this one is last year's 2017, The Labyrinth. Just put that on, and you'll see a video on there called The Stories We Tell. This is when they had a female singer in the band as well, with Frederick, and singing on there, and as Oz, as Frederick, and that's another great album, different though to this one. The one before then was Transition, and again, I'd say that Edge of a Broken Heart is probably my the song that stands out on the album for me. That's from 2015. One before that is Triumph. And can you see the running theme on here? There's a dove on every single one. This is the only album with the dove that is actually in situ. The other ones are actually in flight. And yeah, that's another great album. That's from 2013, Triumph. The other one I've got, which is a promo, which you probably won't ever be able to get, is this one, which is covered up. This one's got Who Cries Now, which is on Really Child, Tough Times Don't Last, which was Bad English, Waiting for Love by Alias, Midnight Blue by Lou Gramm, and Lady Gaga, the song Hair, which I'm not really into, but and the other one, which has just come out as well, Strictly Limited Edition, Last Call. This is the EP recordings on there, which I showed on the unboxing. So yeah, that's limited to 300 limited edition copies. But yeah, Osukaru, the band from, you know, Sweden, and started in the first album was 2010, and just brilliant, and they're on tour at the moment. So yeah, and they're on tour in 2019 as well. And check out, there's a tour program which I showed last video. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Tour in the UK, and I hope you enjoyed that review. I hope the guys in the VC check it out. That would be awesome. I've had some really good response from some of you people on the VC, some of the VC members, some of the people that don't make videos but comment, and they've said how cool the album is and stuff like that already. Jessie Jean, she said what a cool album, she'd heard it, and a few other people, Steve, Value Vinyl, he was saying what great tunes it was as well. There's a few others, but yeah, that's the two standout ones for now. And well, I'm gonna let you get on with your day, and cheers for watching, keep rocking, and thank you Oz for all the stuff you sent me. I am chuffed to bits with it, and I hope you enjoyed the review, and please listen to the album and put your comments below what you think of the album. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that, and put your scoring, even if you just watch the songs that I've put up, so, and ones that Oz has put up from the band. So there you go. Cheers. Oh, and just to let you know, there is a video coming out. They're shooting it at the moment, a video for the song, which is MacGyver It. There is and there's going to be some actors in it as well, apparently. So we'll see. So see you later.